حيجوا بس كان عاقل. لا هذا في اسلاك صح. يعطيك العافيه. ما قصرت عليك، تسلم. Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin shortly. Please remain seated. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the Saudi-Polish Investment Forum. My name is Haytham Bishil. It is my honor to serve as the Master of Ceremony for today's event. Today's forum brings together leaders from both nations to advance our strategic partnership. And now, to officially open the forum, please join me in welcoming Mr. Imad Al-Fakhri, the Vice Chairman of the Federation of Saudi Chambers of Commerce, to deliver the welcoming remarks. Mr. Imad, the floor is yours.
Assalamu alaikum. Your Excellency, the Minister of Finance and Economy of the Republic of Poland, Mr. Andrzej Dominiski, Your Excellency, the Minister of Investment of Saudi Arabia, Engineer Khalid Al-Falih, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Federation of Saudi Chamber of Commerce, it's our pleasure to welcome Your Excellency and the distinguished Polish delegation to Riyadh and Saudi Arabia. This visit come at the time when the kingdom is advancing its economic transformation under Saudi Vision 2030, with the strong focus on economic diversification, private sector growth, and international partnership. We value the growing economic relation between Saudi Arabia and Poland and we see promising opportunity for cooperation in many areas aligned with Vision 2030, including investment, industrial, energy, logistics, food industry, digital technology, and innovation. The Federation of Saudi Chamber of Commerce, as the representative of the Saudi private sector, is keen to strengthen collaboration with Polish partners and transforming dialogue into concrete and mutually beneficial projects. Your Excellency, we wish you a productive visit and look forward to a further strengthened Saudi-Polish economic relation. Thank you and wish you a successful visit.
Thank you, Mr. Ahmad. We will now proceed to our keynote addresses. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to His Excellency Khalid Al-Falih, the Minister of Investment of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Mr. Al-Falih, the floor is yours.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وصباح الخير. Your Excellency, Mr. Andrzej Domański, Minister of Finance and Economy for the Republic of Poland, Vice President of the Federation of Saudi Chamber, Mr. Ahmad Al-Fakhri, Mr. Ambassador, distinguished delegation from our friends in Poland, ladies and gentlemen, a very good morning to each and every one of you. I think I'll try to pronounce it in Polish. Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry. It is my honor, Your Excellency Minister, to welcome all of our Polish friends and especially your esteemed delegation, and especially the very large number of companies from the private sector. My understanding is that this is the largest private sector delegation to visit the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And we're more than honored, we're delighted, we're pleased, and very happy to have you here. And I want to commend also the efforts of our Business Council, which is co-created here in the Federation with their counterparts in Poland. And since the visit of your then Prime Minister to the Kingdom in 2023 and his meeting with His Royal Highness Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Crown Prince and Prime Minister, our bilateral engagements have gained strong momentum compared to the period before. Last year, of course, we marked 30 years of our bilateral diplomatic relations between the two countries, and this has been reinforced by multiple visits, including your visit today, recently the visit of His Highness Foreign Minister Faisal Al-Farhan. And these engagements underscore our shared commitment to deepening cooperation between the two countries at the political level, at the private sector level, and even more importantly, we hope to deepen cooperation at the people-to-people level through tourism, through exchanges of students between our countries, cultural exchanges and visits between our artists, museums, and so on and so forth. I also want to commend Poland for the fantastic transformation you have taken. Politically, you have become a significant country globally, and I want to commend you for your successful presidency of the European Union, which underscores your growing role and the leadership within the EU, but also on the global stage. Your Excellencies, Poland's economic transformation over the past 3 decades has been clearly exceptional and indeed very, very remarkable. Poland, for those of you who don't know, my colleagues from the Kingdom, is the fastest growing economy in the European Union. Not just 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, over the last 3 decades and more. You have grown your economy 5-fold since 2000, the last 25 years. 5-fold. Now approaching I think you have exceeded 1 trillion euros. You have joined the 20 global economies that are 1 trillion euro and above. And this makes you ranked the 20th economy in nominal GDP, and I think 19th economy if we calculate it by PPP. And the 6th within the EU, which is again quite remarkable. Your resilience through successive global shocks, from the financial crisis to the pandemics, including the war on your border in Eastern Europe, has allowed you to grow while reversing the outward migration, which reflect a competitive and adaptable economy marked by renewed national confidence, which we saw ourselves when we visited Poland in September of last year. But let me just mention a couple of words about Saudi Arabia. We're going to present a number of presentations about where the kingdom is, so I will not go too deeply. But Saudi Arabia, of course, is equally proud and growing exceptionally fast within the G20 countries. And we are advancing our own historic transformation called Vision 2030, which is our bold blueprint for the future. Since we launched Vision 2030 less than 10 years ago, our GDP has doubled in size. We're about $1.3 trillion US. Our fixed capital formation has also doubled. Our annual FDI flows into the kingdom have grown by a factor of, include the estimated 2025 data for FDI. The number of registered investors in the kingdom has exceeded 60,000, of which more than 100 has selected the kingdom to be the location for the regional headquarters. And as I mentioned, we hope to have many Polish companies joining those ranks and becoming in the top countries that are represented here in the kingdom, not just for the market of Saudi Arabia or the GCC, but for the broader region extending from West Africa all the way to South and Central Asia. Our ambition is matched by the scale of the investment opportunities available to all investors, while the original investment target for National Investment Strategy, which was launched in 22, was over 3 trillion euro by 2030. We've already achieved half of that in 3.5 years. And the rest, of course, is yet to come. The best is yet to come. And economic development, investment is not going to stop at 2030. This is still an exponentially rising economy here in Saudi Arabia, addressing the great opportunities available, as I mentioned, within the immediate region, but much broader given the unique attributes of Saudi Arabia, its location, its workforce, natural resources, progressive policy, advanced logistics, physical logistics, digital logistics, very enabling regulations, as well as the capital available in Saudi Arabia through our various investment vehicles, whether it's the PIF, the National Development Fund, and other financial avenues. So, in short, for Saudi Arabia, all sectors are open for international investments, and the sky is the limit. And foreign investment certainly is more than welcome by trusted partners. And given the political alignment, given the similarities in our approaches and our position, we believe Poland and Polish companies have tremendous opportunities to grow their presence and to capture a significant market share of what's available here in Saudi Arabia. What I have just mentioned about both countries illustrates a clear complementarity, as Poland has built strong capabilities and global relevance in advanced manufacturing, especially defense, and we've seen that during our presence there, in ICT and cybersecurity, and we have some evidence of this also here in the kingdom, in agri-food and food processing, project delivery, construction, project management, design, and in the energy transition, including electrification. And as an EU member with a skilled workforce, a competitive cost base, and a strategic location, I believe that Poland is a natural partner for Saudi Arabia, and the opportunity in front of all of my friends from the kingdom is to capture that natural complementarity and create those partnerships at the B2B level here through this forum and the discussions that are taking place. Let me just illustrate some of the sectors that I think are quite relevant and important to our forum today. In advanced materials, Poland brings strong capabilities across renewable energy, hydrogen-related materials, and high-value industrial inputs. These strengths are already translating into tangible cooperation with Polish companies advancing investments that support Saudi Arabia's industrial ecosystem. And I'm pleased that many of these companies who are advancing these opportunities are in the delegation of His Excellency Minister Domanski. In the ICT and digital economy, it also presents similarly strong prospects with a robust capabilities in Poland, spanning software development, cybersecurity, cloud services, and AI innovation. And I'm glad to see also companies such as Seco, Comarach, Superdrop, and Blue Energy represented here today. And as all of you know, Saudi Arabia has tremendous plans to grow our AI sector. In ICT, we're already by far the most advanced country within the broader Middle East region. But in AI, which is an emerging sector globally, the kingdom, we believe, is going to be one of the top hubs for AI across the technology stack, from infrastructure to development of LLMs to applications to connectivity globally. And we're going to need to partner with trusted partners like some of the companies I mentioned. As mentioned earlier, Poland is also a major agri-food producer within the European Union, with particular strengths in dairy, food processing, and value-added manufacturing, represented in the delegation also by a number of companies like Lepco Food International, MLB Biotrade, Nanosco, Strazola, and others. Our discussions with leading Polish companies highlight opportunities to expand local processing capacity, strengthen food security, which is a key priority for the kingdom, and diversify product offering with new brands that we hope will be in our supermarkets, carrying the favorite Polish names. Last but not least, energy. Energy today, Your Excellency, as we know, represents really an umbilical cord of connectivity and interdependence between Saudi Arabia and Poland. We consider any major country that depends on us for their energy supply automatically a strategic partner for us. And we take the responsibility of providing their energy security extremely seriously. So we're proud that Saudi Aramco has made one of their few. Saudi Aramco is very selective in which countries they go to. They may be, I think, in 5 or 6 countries globally, and they have selected Poland as the only European countries where they have significant downstream investment, refining, distribution, retail, and product supply when they invested in the Gdansk refinery, which illustrate the trust and the complementarity I talked about earlier between Poland and Saudi Arabia. And I am pleased, I understand Orlen is here with us today. Are they here in the room? Orlen, your company which is owning the refinery and the partner with Aramco. And switching to investments here in Saudi Arabia, as I mentioned, we have about 50 companies registered in Saudi Arabia, and they have grown significantly, almost 50% year on year, just the last year. So we're pleased with the pace of growth, but not particularly satisfied with the level we have reached. We think also FDI deployed in Saudi Arabia is very small. Our trade between Saudi Arabia and Poland is over 10 billion euros, but it is dominated by what I just mentioned, our energy interdependence. So a lot of that 10.4 is crude oil going to the refinery that Aramco has invested in. My objective and your objective and our leaders' objective is to deepen and broaden this relationship. We want the trade to include all of the value add that both Poland and Saudi Arabia can provide in our supply chains and between us. And we want investments also to bring the highly technology advanced companies from Poland in all of the sectors I mentioned: advanced manufacturing, including defense, aerospace, in ICT, cybersecurity, food processing, critical materials, and mining. And I understand we have some mining companies here in the delegation. And of course, the services sector, including travel and tourism. So, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the respective strengths I talked about briefly clearly complement one another between Saudi Arabia and Poland. And it is now up to the business leader here in this room to translate that complementarity into concrete action, building on the constructive exchanges many of you held in Warsaw during our visit in September, and the forum we held there jointly with you and was kindly hosted and organized with your ministry. So in closing, let this forum serve, ladies and gentlemen, as a continuation of what we began together last September, as we build a lasting corridor of opportunity between Warsaw and Riyadh. By combining Polish innovation with Saudi scale and ambition, we can create value that extends far beyond our borders. The potential before us is vast. Let us seize it with confidence and determination. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Truly, with this scale of a business delegation, I hope that today marks a milestone in the relationship between our two countries. Next, please join me in welcoming His Excellency Andrzej Dumański, the Minister of Finance and Economy of Poland. Your Excellency, the floor is yours.
Excellency, Mr. Minister of Investment of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Mr. Ambassador, distinguished Vice Chairman of the Federation of Saudi Chambers, esteemed participants of today's forums, friends. Assalamu alaikum fi Riyadh. First of all, let me thank you for this great opportunity to be here today. It's a great privilege, and I say it from the bottom of my heart, to inaugurate the Saudi-Polish Investment Forum. This forum clearly demonstrates our shared commitment to deepening economic cooperation between our two countries. I wish to extend my warm welcome to our Saudi hosts, representatives of the government, business leaders, and entrepreneurs, as well as to all participants from the Polish side. Thank you for your strong interest and for attending in such impressive numbers. This is the first Saudi-Polish Investment Forum held in Riyadh, and I'm really confident it will mark an important milestone in our bilateral relations. In particular, I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to His Excellency, Mr. Khalid Al-Falih, Minister of Investment of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I'd like to express this gratitude for your personal engagement and continued efforts to strengthen Polish-Saudi economic ties. Excellency, thank you once again for your visit to Warsaw in September at a very special moment in some context. And our discussion at that time and confirmed a shared ambition to further develop a trade and investment cooperation, an ambition that brings us together again today. And I'm accompanied by a strong and well-coordinated group, Team Poland. It includes key institutional supporting Polish entrepreneurs and investors, the Polish Development Fund, the Polish Investment and Trade Agency, the Polish Development Bank, and the Export Credit Insurance Corporation. We are also joined by senior representatives of major Polish business organizations, including the Polish Chamber of Commerce, Polish Business Roundtable, Employers of Poland, Pracodawcy, and of course, Leviathan. Thank you all for being here. But above all, I'm accompanied by more than 70 Polish companies, Polish entrepreneurs, people who decide to use this opportunity to make steps to strengthen our business relations. My visit to Riyadh has both, I believe, strong political and economical significance. We see enormous potential in bringing together two dynamic but also complementary economies. Poland, a gateway to the European Union with strong industrial base, advanced technologies, and agri-food expertise. In the Saudi Arabia, a rapidly transforming economic powerhouse, implementing ambitious Vision 2030 agenda. Today's forum is an opportunity to take our cooperation to a new level. We are closer than ever to turning strategic alignment into tangible results. Friends, let's not try to boil the ocean. Let's try to find a tangible results. Our trade relations illustrate both the strength of our partnership and the potential for its further development. Last year, our trade grew and reached a record level of $10 billion. The growth has been driven primarily by Polish imports of Saudi crude oil, which plays a key role in our energy security. At the same time, we see a clear scope to rebalance the relationship by expanding cooperation in investment, industrial projects, service, and of course, high-value exports. World is changing. The logic of cost optimization has changed into the logic of security and reliability. And this is also why we are here today. We treat Saudi Arabia as a very reliable partner that we'd like to build together our future. Poland and Saudi Arabia represent two regions that have achieved remarkable economic progress over recent decades. While our development paths differ, that's obvious, we share common goals: diversification, internationalization, technological advancement, and greater economic resilience. We view the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as Poland's leading economic partner in the Middle East and a key energy supplier, especially since Poland has fully diversified its energy imports away from Russia. We also recognize the vast opportunities created by Vision 2030 in urban development, infrastructure, digital transformation, advanced manufacturing, and food security. Those are areas where Polish companies have proven expertise and competitive solutions. With over 20 years of EU membership, Poland has become the most attractive investment destination in Europe. We are among the fastest growing economies in the European Union, with GDP forecast for 2026 of close to 4%. This makes Poland a stable and efficient hub for business operations targeting the wider European market. Poland's growing attractiveness is also reflected beyond trade and investments. We are pleased to see increasing interest from Saudi tourists in Polish destinations, including Zakopane and my hometown of Krakow. Ladies and gentlemen, we meet today not only as bilateral partners, but also as responsible actors in an increasingly complex and uncertain global environment. Poland, among the world's 20th largest economies, remains a reliable and forward-looking partner for the kingdoms, both politically and economically. And I'd like to encourage our Saudi partners to further explore opportunities for cooperation in the priority areas reflected in today's agenda: energy, IT, fintech, AI-driven solutions, construction, and smart infrastructure. Agri and food security are also, of course, absolutely crucial for our further cooperation. Those are sectors where our interests align and where concrete, bankable projects can emerge. And let's use this forum to build bridges, establish durable partnership, and translate mutual interest into real investments and long-term cooperation. The future of Polish-Saudi economic relation is promising, and it's very much in our hands. It depends on people that are gathered in this room, how our trade, how our investments will look like in next year and the next decades. There's plenty of business opportunities, and what I've heard yesterday from Mr. Minister and during other meetings that we had here in Riyadh clearly shows that we can build together much, much more. What we absolutely have in common is that we all are very ambitious. And I'm really proud that Poland is number 20th in the global rank of the biggest economies. And I'm really happy that our Saudi partners are ranked number 19th. We all want more, and I'm absolutely sure that together we can achieve a great, great success. Thank you for your attention, and also like to thank you for wonderful dinner yesterday with this lamb, a ham, and this Arhabat dance, which was really a new experience for me. I wish you all a very productive discussion and successful outcomes of today's forum. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency, and I'm really happy that you enjoyed our culture. If I may ask you now, Your Excellency Andre and Your Excellency Khalid Baleh, to rejoin us on the stage, since we will now move on to the agreements ceremony. Please, welcome to the stage. Our first agreement, ladies and gentlemen, will be the exchange between Saudi Exim, BGK, and KUKE. Please welcome Dr. Naif Al-Shammari, the Deputy CEO of Saudi Exim, and Mr. Miroslav Chkai, the President of the Board, and Mr. Janusz Władyszyk, the President of the Board, to the stage. Thank you, gentlemen. Our next agreement is between the Saudi Federation of Chambers, and the Employers of Poland. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Abdullah Abu Dabil, the chairman of the Saudi-Polish Business Council, and Mr. Jacek Cielak, the vice president. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Your Excellencies. That will now conclude our agreement ceremony. Thank you, Your Excellencies, again, and distinguished guests. We will now turn to our next segment, an outlook on the Kingdom and Poland economics and investments. Please join me in welcoming our first speaker from the Ministry of Investment, Mr. Bassam Ibrahim, to the stage.
Your Excellencies, our distinguished guests, and also our friends from Poland. Welcome to Saudi Arabia, the land of opportunities. Welcome to Riyadh, the capital of big decisions and the capital of the big investments from around the world and the big announcements. I think Saudi Arabia does not need a presentation or need even more explanation, because we are basically on the headline of every good news every single day. Saudi Arabia has been always the leader of the energy sector, the leader of humanity, and also the main destination for over 2 billion Muslims from around the world. So we didn't really make up these pictures just to impress you. These are basically how much our country is super diversified, even when it comes to geography. I believe you have witnessed His Royal Highness the Crown Prince announcement of the Vision 2030 10 years ago, and I can't believe that we already reached 10 years. It was the 25th of April 2016 when His Royal Highness brought the Vision 2030 for the public for the first time. It was a combined strategy for the next 15 to 16 years until we reach 2030, which is 4 years from now. But the main point and the main objective of this Vision 2030 was basically to stay away from the oil, focus more on unlocking new sectors, as well as finding new opportunities for the people, transform the community, transform the public and the people and the way we live. Also to have a thrive and an ambitious economy in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So in order to achieve that, we have brought the vision and broke it down to multiple milestones and smaller plans that lately we named them after the vision realization programs. Those plans were associated to sectors like the financial sector, healthcare, education, and other sectors as well. And then every regulator for every sector has started developing their own strategies and under his leadership, our Minister of Investment, we have delivered the first edition of the National Investment Strategy, where we mainly focus on developing more and more investment opportunities and focusing on the investors themselves, the funding barriers as well. We tried our best to remove all these funding barriers, and finally focusing on our competitiveness and enabling our investors and enabling the country overall. Now, just to give you more insights about how we are progressing in Saudi, and the numbers always speak about themselves, but to make the long story short, we were the fastest growing economy back in 2022, and we have reached our $1.3 trillion GDP lately, and that number is going to grow. We are also going to announce, as His Excellency the Minister of Finance has declared yesterday, we are going to announce our $2 trillion strategy of spending for the next 4 to 5 years. So as you can see, Saudi today is not just a place to lead the energy and power sector, but we are currently leading the whole region's economy and the whole region's diversification. Today we have around over 32 million people that live in Saudi Arabia, as well as 29 airports. Most of them are international airports connecting more than 50% of the world in almost 4 hours. Add to that 10 seaports and also 7 hours almost from the rest of the world. And again, it's not always about investment and about money. It's also about the sustainability and the environment, where we are currently targeting to plant more trees and focus more on the environment of Saudi Arabia and the region of the Middle East. So to enable our investors more and more, we have created some special economic zones where more incentives are given to the investors, more privileges and more opportunities, including King Abdullah Economic City, Ras Al Khair in the eastern region. And we have designed these economic regions to be sectorial, where we can unlock some of these special sectors, including the electrical vehicles manufacturing, which is happening as we speak right now, and with the first brand, Lucid, in King Abdullah Economic City. And also to ensure that there are no interruption in the supply chain worldwide, and with all the conflicts that you can see and hear in the news every day, we made sure that we localize and secure the supply chain, the global supply chain, by inviting all the companies that are contributing in the supply chain to localize here in Saudi Arabia, where they can have better opportunities to do their operations from the kingdom. Again, we worked really hard since the announcement of the Vision 2030. We made sure that we sit with all the investors and we listen to their struggles and listen to their challenges. And we made sure that we continuously send out surveys and listen from everyone about what is really bothering them in the ease of doing business and how can they do business better and more efficient. Today, we can register your business within 24 hours. You can clear your containers from the seaports within 24 hours. We unlocked almost every single sector up to 100% foreign ownership for our investors, and we are doing more and more. So far, we have reached about 1,000 regulation amendments in the government, and we are doing more as we speak right now. I think before I wrap up the presentation, there are also additional incentives that we are doing our best to offer to our sectors, investors, especially those who are coming with new technologies, new opportunities. So we make sure that you get either off-shelf incentives or even tailored and special incentives for every investor and every opportunity. Back in our headquarters at the Ministry of Investment, we made sure that we have every sector that you can think of, covered by a dedicated specialized team that will help you understand the mechanism of the sector and how the sector is operating in the kingdom, what are the opportunities in the sector, and also where is the sector heading strategically. And this is basically our bread and butter at the Ministry of Investment. And this is basically my favorite slide of all time, because what you see here today is not just plans and projects. Dreams have become true, whether it's a Dir'iyya Gate or the new Murabba that is currently being constructed. Dir'iyya Gate, I think most of you have visited already. The Red Sea on the west already started receiving tourists with over 5 lands that are ready to receive you all. And you can see the pictures online if you research them. Very nice pictures of those tourist attractions. And also we're working on our first winter resort in Trujina. It's almost done over there, plus the other projects around the kingdom, Ru'al Medina, Masar, and the list goes on. And I think with the trends that you can see up to date, we are currently focusing on hosting a very special edition of the Expo 2030, just few kilometers from here. And hopefully we will see you again over there in 4 years. This is going to be an exceptional edition, as His Royal Highness the Crown Prince promised the world. And we have worked really hard with the other key entities to create this milestone. Also, it is my favorite and my special sector that I personally handle at the ministry, which is the sports sector. Today, we are working as well on the master plan of hosting the World Cup 2034. We believe Poland will be there, hopefully not in the same group again, but definitely it's going to be a great milestone to witness together. So my team and myself will be here with you all day if you need to answer any questions, if you need to know more about the opportunities, if you want to ask me about the opportunities in the sports sector or my colleagues here, even if you have a startup or if you have a new opportunity or a new idea that you want to bring to the kingdom, trust me, my team and myself will be here for you to give you all the answers that you need. Please enjoy your time for the day. Make sure you exchange as many as possible from those business cards. And hopefully we will see you more again and more often to support you with all your requests and investment opportunities. Welcome again to Saudi Arabia. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bassem. We will now move on to our next speaker. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Mikołaj Raczynski, the Vice President of the Management Board from the Polish Development Fund. The floor is yours.
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests and representative of Saudi investors and Saudi companies, it's a great pleasure to be here. My name is Mikołaj Raczynski and I'm a Vice President and Chief Investment Officer of the Polish Development Fund, which is a similar institution to PIF, but still a little bit smaller. But today I will be speaking more on behalf of Polish business, Polish companies, all Polish DFIs. And sorry for that. And let me begin with a clear and constructive message. Poland is open for capital. Poland is open for business. Poland is open for long-term partnerships. And it has been already said in this room about the economic performance of the Polish economy, but let me give you some more context and more details about that, because what you probably are aware is that Poland is the largest economy in Central and Eastern Europe, fully integrated in the European Union, deeply embedded in European value chains. It offers a domestic market for nearly 40 million customers, proximity to Europe's industrial core, and a stable regulatory environment. It is now the 20th economy in the world, member of the G20, and the engine of EU growth. But to give you more visibility on what is happening in Poland and what is changing, that Poland's contribution to European growth will be this year at the level similar to France and Germany. We are still smaller, but growing much faster, and our impact on Europe is getting much more significant than ever. It obviously offers sustained demand, investment visibility, and confidence in long-term planning. And as you can see on the charts from IMF projections, the GDP growth this year is expecting to be almost 4%, with also a very significant growth in investments. And what is actually a very important trend right now in Poland is that the Polish economy is entering one of the largest investment cycles in its modern history. Between 2026 and 2028, only those projects visible on this chart reaches more than 80 billion euros in investments. These investments span energy and energy security, transport and logistics, advanced manufacturing, digital and AI infrastructure, industrial transformation. But what is also important about these projects is how they are structured, because they are designed to combine public and private capital, strengthen local supply chains, and create space for international partners to bring capital, technology, and execution capability. To show you some of those examples, let me highlight two flagship projects that illustrate this approach. One of them is nuclear power plant. Poland is developing its first nuclear power plant with estimated value of almost 40 billion euros, one of the largest energy investments currently underway in Europe. And also it convenes a multi-decade industrial program, not just a power facility. This obviously creates long-term demand for construction, engineering and services, opportunities for joint ventures, and broad supply chain anchored in Poland. For international partners, this means obviously participation alongside with Polish companies, contributing expertise, capital, and experience to a project of a continental scale. The second flagship project is Port Poland, a 30 billion euros integrated transport and logistic hub, which brings Poland to a new level as a new international airport, a high speed, a conventional rail, and a modern road infrastructure, with ambition to bring Poland as the main logistics gateway of Central and Eastern Europe. And here, again, a cooperation with experienced international operators, integration with Polish logistics, construction and industrial firms, and long-term operational presence built jointly can work together with Saudi companies. But large infrastructure projects are not only part of the picture. Poland is also heavily investing in sectors that redefine the next decade: offshore wind, small modular reactors, battery gigafactories, green hydrogen, recycling and circular economy, and large-scale AI and data infrastructure. And these projects are intentionally designed as industrial platforms, offering space for joint ventures, regional headquarters, manufacturing and service hubs, and long-term operational cooperation. For Saudi companies, Poland can serve as a production base, a technology partnership hub, and a gateway to the European Union market. But also we are presenting those projects because here in the room, there is plenty of Polish companies which will participate in all of these investment pipelines, which will give them expertise, scale, and ambition to do more projects like this here with Saudi companies, with Saudi government, and with Saudi investment pipeline. What we are also trying to achieve in Poland is to build a stronger, deeper, more liquid capital markets. One of our latest initiatives, quite unique in Europe, because we are doing it as Poland, as a second country in Europe after France. We are launching an initiative to support private markets, private equity, private credit, and venture capital in a very unique way, offering institutional investors, both from Poland and foreign one, for example, from Saudi Arabia, to participate in Polish economy, growth of the Polish economy, and development of capital markets. A unique experience, a fund of fund, which will give exposure to more than 20 the best performing private equity, private credit, venture capital funds, which will then invest in the underlying economy of Poland, which is growing very rapidly, and can give investors and those who participate in the program having a much stronger presence, a strategic presence in Poland, being closer to the economy, to business, and without being operationally on the ground. If you want to be part of that, we are here for you. So I'm representing the Polish Development Fund, but as ministers mentioned, we work here together as a team Poland with each institution trying to fit its gap from investment, banking, industry development, trade and transactions, insurance, export promotion, and entrepreneurship development. Let me close with the invitation. We invite Saudi investors and Saudi companies to work with us. Poland is open for capital. Poland is open for business. It's open for long-term partnerships. Poland is the next big thing. I look forward for your today's roundtable and discussions, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Rashinsky. Gentlemen, distinguished guests, today, this will conclude our forum. However, not our last segment for today, as next we will have the roundtable segment. That we have 4 roundtables, starting with scaling the digital economy at Al-Ubaidi Hall at level 6. Second, we have from farm to market at Al-Muajil Hall at level 2. And then we have optimizing construction and delivery at Al-Huwazi Hall at level 2 as well. And finally, we have the powering the transition roundtable at level 1. Please, for our speakers, follow the guidelines to find your roundtable. And for the participants, you have all the sectors here. Please find the one that suits you. Thank you all for listening, and have a good roundtable discussion. Thank you.